What Happened This Week podcast. Just two best friends chatting in the trailer about all the things you are thinking about. Because you never know with Kim and Tricia.
Hey guys, and welcome to part 2 of Get to Know You. If you've joined our last episode, you heard my craziness and Tricia asked me questions so you get to know who I am. But today we're going to ask Tricia some questions about her. And we are coming straight out of the trailer. So Tricia, tell us a little bit about yourself, your who, what, where, whens, and hows.
Okay, well, I am 40, and I am married to Jason. We've been married for 3 years. We have 2 children, and we have one on the way.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, the baby's coming in June. So we have Gavin, and he is 16. And then together we have Reagan, and she is 2. And then not sure yet what the sex of this baby is, but that hopefully maybe we'll put that on a podcast and everybody can listen then to find out what we're having.
So what are your feelings now, boy or girl?
I've been really, really sick. And I was not sick with Reagan as much. I mean, I guess I was sick, but not this much. And I don't remember with Gavin because it was so long ago. So I'm thinking maybe it's a boy.
Whoop, whoop.
So
Another Cooper.
Another Cooper.
Another boy Coop.
Yeah. So, so we're definitely excited about that. I have a daytime job as well. Work quite a bit. I do enjoy that. The success with that and what brings like the fulfillment with that. I like to run. Obviously, further along pregnancy, running gets a little harder and harder.
That's right, you got a 5K coming up.
Yep, I do. And so I'm excited. I've been training for that. And then I just graduated with my bachelor's degree. It took me a really long time to get this done.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm super proud of myself.
Congratulations.
To finally get that done. Thank you. Yeah, so that really has been a long time with, being a single parent to Gavin by myself for a while, and then, meeting Jason, getting married, and having another baby. There were definitely pauses along the way, so that was a big, big thing for me. So that's kind of where we stand right now, just raising our little family.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into some of the questions that I've got for you.
Oh, boy.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Don't be scared. I promise they're clean.
Okay.
And to start with.
Mm-hmm.
I can't guarantee what's going to happen.
Okay.
Okay,
right.
So, are you a hard or a soft taco person?
Oh, girl, I am a crunchy taco gal, except in the car. You gotta have soft taco in the car because you're gonna make a mess.
Yes.
But Jason does this thing where he combines the best of both worlds, and it's super amazing. So he takes the soft taco, then you take a little sour cream because you gotta have a base.
Okay.
Then you take the hard taco and you break it open on top of that, and then you fill in your stuff on top, and it's amazing.
Have you ever had those taco boats?
No, I haven't. I saw the commercial though. I've had like the stand up taco.
No, these are the they're the soft shell, but they're like a boat, and you can like fill it. They have like regular size and they have minis.
Oh, they're like bites.
Little bites, yeah. So of course I eat a lot of those.
Yeah,
because
they're little. They're small. They're fun. How many calories could possibly be in there? Have you ever been out at night? So we did this. We were in Tallahassee for someone's wedding. And Jason was showing me around. This is like the first time we had been up there, just the two of us, like staying in a hotel. So he's taking me like all his old stomping grounds in college. And it's late. We're getting hungry. We had dinner a few hours ago. And so we're going to go. They have like this pizza place, or like pizza's like the slice the size of your head. So he's like, I'm going to take you here. It's really good. We pull up. It's closed.
Bummer.
Right? So, of course, what do you hit late at night when you're hungry?
Taco Bell.
Duh! And so we get, like, the value pack. It's got, like...
The sack?
The crunchies, the softs, the bean burritos. And we're so excited to get back to the hotel, eating whatever. Wake up in the morning. It was, like, looked like there had been, like, a taco party in our bed. There's, like, shredded cheese and lettuce, like, all in the bed. Because, it's late night Taco Bell.
Yeah,
It's been out.
Well, in my earlier days, we call that the drunk sack.
Oh my god, do you remember Wednesday night weekends?
Yes.
Or Wednesday night week, yes. And so we'd go to Taco Bell and we'd see a Gordo.
We'd ask for him in the microphone or the little window, or the speaker, the speaker box.
Remember there's a bicycle there and you got on it, you were going to steal a Gordo's bike?
I wasn't going to steal his bike, I was just going to borrow it. And I think I was driving. Was I driving when I got... No, maybe I was in the passenger
seat. You must.
seat.
I'm like, how do you get the driver's seat and get on that bicycle? But so every Wednesday we would go to Taco Bell and see if a Gordo was working.
And I think he worked at Arby's too. Like, I remember pulling up somewhere. I'm like, I know that voice.
We don't even know him. Like, we just knew him as the guy that worked at Taco Bell.
I don't even know if that was his name.
That's terrible.
But it's like, I remember even in high school, Taco Bell's, it's gotten more expensive, I think, throughout the years. But I remember, like, I had a particular order, and I knew exactly to the penny what that was going to be. You know, but they keep changing their prices and all of that. So
exactly. We got 2 of those, like, a couple weeks ago. We went over to Mike and Shannon's house. Like, we had been, I don't know where we had been. We were going over there to go swimming. I was like, well, let's go get some of this and bring it over. And Jason's like, we only need 1. I'm like, no, we need 2.
You need 2 sacks of tacos.
We did, and we brought them over. I love me a bean burrito, so I guess that would be my, if you ask me between a taco and a burrito, I'm going bean burrito.
Really?
Yeah, 100. And like the basic bean burrito, like with the diced onions in it, like that's my go-to.
Isn't that like refried beans?
I don't know what's in it, but it's amazing.
I'll buy you a can of that for Christmas. That's all that is. Ew.
That's it.
I give you some major farts, but okay. Well, at least for me. But you know me. Okay, if you could be any animal, what would you be and why?
I would definitely be the dog. Everybody likes the dog. You know, dogs come up and they're happy and they're wagging their tail. They don't know how long you've been gone. They don't care. They just love you, and everybody loves the dog. So sometimes maybe I come off and like standoffish or a little shy, and so if I was the dog, then everybody would like me.
Everybody loves you anyways. You ain't got to be a dog to be liked. Some dogs are mean.
Exactly. I know. I don't want to be the mean dog.
Okay. What breed?
Oh, I want to be like a Chesapeake Bay Retriever, like my baby.
Oh, that's right. Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte, yes. No, only my dogs are mean to you, not to anybody else.
That's true. I think I'd want to be like a Maltese or something.
You want someone to carry you around and dress you
in
up
a bag.
Take you to the spa?
Put it be in a bag or
a stroller.
I saw a lady. I swear to you, she was walking a stroller, and I thought she had a baby, and she turned and she had a Chihuahua in there. I'm like,
you don't want to be a work dog. You want to be a lap dog. Like you take care of me.
I want to be pampered.
Yes,
I want to be pampered.
That might be nice. You had to be a dog in a good home because you don't want to be a dog in a bad home.
No, absolutely not. Have you ever like gone to the rescue leagues and seen all the dogs like they're sad like that?
Yeah. Yes.
What is that? The commercial?
All
your time waiting. Sarah,
yes.
Oh my God, I cry.
It is terrible.
Like, just take my money.
They got that's how they got you. Here's my money.
They make those dogs cry on demand. How do they do that? But I'm like, just take it. I don't care. The cats, their dogs are shaking. They're cold. I think they're like, I think they just dumped them in a pool of ice water. I'm sure behind the scenes.
Gotta get the shot.
Something. Oh my God.
Yeah. So that would be. There was a book I read that said like. Approach them like dogs don't have like a fear of like rejection, so they have no problem walking into like a crowd of people and just be like, hey, it's me, and so maybe that's probably why.
Oh, that's a good analogy. I never even heard that, but I guess that makes sense because they are pretty,
most of them are happy
for the most part. Yeah. So what is your biggest accomplishment?
My family. Definitely my family. I mean, it took a long time before I did meet my husband, like this amazing person. And so I'm 40 and we got married 3 years ago. So do the math. It was definitely later in life with me. And Gavin was 10. And so he took on, this woman and her child. And so to finally find that I didn't think it was going to happen for me. Let's be honest. I had, just resigned myself to this was my life with me and Gavin, and we owned our house and we had a nice life. I had you and my friends and my family, and it was great. But meeting Jason changed my life. Definitely changed. I think he makes me a better person every single day, and we continue to grow our family and grow our life. And I used to always be the person who was like, I got to get a better job. I got to do this. I got to do that. I mean, I went back to school because I'm going to get a better job and I'm going to, do those things. And finding the final puzzle in my life with Jason, it kind of just brought peace to everything. So I think that my family, by far, my kids.
What's crazy too is one thing that people probably don't know about us is that we literally met our now husbands like literally the same weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, we had already known James. Like, we went to school with him. We grew up with him.
And we already knew Jason through Stuba.
Right.
And so we knew who they were.
Right. But an actual relationship, like, you had went out on the boat.
Yep.
And I had the prior weekend, or maybe it was actually, I think the same weekend. I think I had met with James, had a cocktail on a Friday.
I think you on Friday. Yeah, you guys met like on Friday, and we all ended up at Slimy Crab Island on the boat.
Right, on Sunday.
I was there with Christine and Harold.
Right.
And by chance, like Christine had I called her for something else, and she was like, hey, we're on the boat, you want to go? I was like, cool, yeah, sure, whatever. And you and James came up on the boat, and Jason was on the boat with Mike and Shannon.
Right.
And they happened to come over to meet up with the other kids that were there. and that was it.
Yeah.
And, you know, like it couldn't have been any more random.
Right. It
Yeah.
was just so random. And it's funny because I wasn't even going to go on the boat with him because I had went to South Beach for the weekend, and he called me because we had such a cool time on Friday night. I was like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, I'm out at the sandbar. Come to Sandsprit, park your car, and I will take you, you know, I'll come pick you up on the boat, which was cool. But did I ever tell you what happened that night?
Oh, God, no. Maybe not. I don't think
With
so.
the brick, and I was going to throw it through my windshield?
No!
I never. This is hilarious. I don't know how this got lost in the record book somewhere, but James will have to tell you. So it's hilarious. So we were, you know, partying, you know, by the boat all day on Sunday, and I just couldn't get it off of him. You know, now I'm like, I want to get rid of him. I'm just joking, but that, you know, it's new at that point.
Right, yes, exactly.
So we went back to his friend's Tim's house.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And we somehow we ended up there. I think Tim was going to grill out or whatever. So I had Goldilocks because, you know, I name all my cars.
Right.
I had like a little grocery getter, little Chevy thing.
I remember that. I had it for a little bit.
For a little bit, yeah. I didn't like it. And because I've had multiple cars because, you know, I changed my cars like my underwear.
And jobs.
And jobs, yeah. Let's not forget that. I just never sit in one place at once. What can I tell you? The world's always evolving.
Yeah.
So James drove my car there. Well, it's like 10 o'clock at night. I got to go to work the next morning. And he locked my keys in my car. I'm panicking.
Yes.
At this point, I'm like, just throw a brick through the window. I can get them to replace the windshield. I don't know if that's fraud.
And at this point, you're not annoyed with him because you're still in that lovey
Right,
stage.
right.
Like, if he did that now, you'd be like, are you
Right.
kidding me?
I know.
Like, what did you thinking? Like,
Right.
back then, you're like, it's okay.
Well, and then I started calling. He's like, you can't do that. So I called AAA. Okay, Sunday night, 10 o'clock.
You're in the middle of the woods.
Asking him, and they said I sound like I'm drunk, which I don't believe that I was. So
You've been on the boat all day.
maybe I was just tired, you know, sun, and nobody would come. I went on Craigslist trying to find a locksmith.
Oh my gosh.
Finally, 11:30. I said, I will pay you whatever you want me to. I gave him $200 to come out there.
Oh my God.
I'm tired. I want to get in my vehicle.
Did you have a spare key at home?
I don't think so. And if I did, it was like in Stewart, which was
know,
like
it's-
far from James. Like, and I don't know how we didn't have a vehicle there. Another vehicle. It was just.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
you know,
so
and
you just driven yours. James didn't drive his truck.
no,
Okay.
no. So I was just exhausted. We gave him $200, and this guy was the creepiest guy ever. And he came out there and pop. So that was like, you know, he thought it was funny that I was going to throw a brick through there, but I just wanted to get home. So
You throw it through your windshield because then the insurance would at least cover
that's
it.
what I was thinking. But now I'm glad I didn't do that because I think that might have been fraud of somehow, you know,
I mean,
intentional. I don't know how that
is
works.
true.
I don't know.
mean, because if you had thrown it through the side window, then there's a $500 deductible, and it wouldn't have covered it. And so, yes, through the windshield, it would have been fine. But you are correct. I guess intentional breakage is not probably
There,
covered.
I did have a moment of clarity somewhere in that.
You weren't drunk.
No, I think it was just I was delirious because I was so tired, you know. So yeah, but that was, I forgot I didn't tell you that story that happened. That was just and that's just, I said that's when you know you're gonna marry Crazy Kim, because I was just like, pick up a brick and let's just get on with it. You know, I want to get home. You know. Okay, so next one is, what does retirement life look like for you?
I'm sure my husband would like it to be something along the lines of playing golf every day. Don't get me wrong, I want to get my golf game a little better, you know. But no, I want to get like a Prevost and travel the country, like the U.S., and go to like every diners, drive-in and dives, or like man versus food challenges, and eat my way across the country.
Hell yeah,
Isn't
that's
that
the way to
awesome?
do it.
Like, I don't like to fly, so you know I absolutely hate to fly, like terrifying. So the first trip Jason and I ever took, I think we had been dating like 3 months, and his buddy was getting married in Philly. And he's like, all right, we're going to go. I'm like, all right. And we decided that, like, since we're going up there and we're spending money on flights and hotels and whatnot, we were going to go see the city. So the wedding was on Saturday. We flew up on Wednesday. So take a little vacation out of it as well. Well, we flew up, like, super early on Wednesday. And so I didn't take, like, a Xanax to fly because I wanted to enjoy my whole day. Like, we literally flew out at, like, 6:30 in the morning. So we would be there to enjoy the whole day. And I couldn't be, like, out of it, like taking Xanax and like having a drink or something, you know.
You'd being, you know,
I'd be like a zombie. It wouldn't have been good. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna be fine. We get on the flight, and I mean, this is a man I've been dating 3 months, and I was like I freaked out. Like I started to cry. Like I'm holding on to Jason, like sobbing.
Really?
And he's thinking, oh my God, like this poor woman, like, you know.
Or he's thinking, what the heck am I getting myself into?
And
Crazy
he's like,
lunatic.
oh my God. And like, finally, like, if we like, get up to altitude, and I'm fine once I'm flying, it's taking off and landing. And like, I come off his shoulder, and there's like I'm connected to him by snot.
Aww.
And he was like, he felt so bad, like it was his fault because it's going to his friend's
Right.
wedding, which are obviously now our friends. But and he's like, we can rent a car and drive home. Like I was like, no, I'll be fine.
Did you take a Xanax on the way home?
I did.
Did you take a bottle of Jack too?
I did. And so, but obviously, like we've flown quite a few times since then. I mean, I do get over it and realize I gotta suck it up, Buttercup, and get on this plane. And I always do fine, usually going someplace because you're excited. Like,
right.
oh, I got this. Coming home, I don't know, like, and I've never had a really bad flight, so I can't imagine, like, there's been these news stories of, like, people, like, drops in altitude, like, people get hurt, and I'm thinking, oh my God, like, if that happened, I would literally have a heart attack. Like, I can't make it through normal flights.
Oh, yeah. No.
So, yeah, so therefore, retirement does not look like anything like private
Flying.
jets and flying anywhere.
Well, not unless you bring a bottle of Tito's. And then I think, and I mean not a bottle, like a handle bottle.
Yeah.
And a handful of Xanax.
Xanax or something.
You might be able to pull it off.
Like, and poor Jason, like, he loves, like, the flying part. Like, he just, you know, and I don't ever want to hold my family back from doing, that's why I just suck it up and we do it. I do find when I fly with both of my kids, like, we went to DC, it was so much, my whole family was there. If something happens, it happens to all of us. I couldn't imagine abandoning my kids.
Well, you probably were more focused on them.
Right.
And how comfortable they were, and that it kind of took off, you know, it's like you went to mama bear mode.
Yeah, I mean, like with Reagan, we flew to DC with her, and she was like 8 months old, so an 8-month-old flight is a whole lot of fun.
It's a whole other ballgame.
Yeah, so, but Jason wants to go to Africa, and I, like, keep saying, like,
What? You can't take the bus there.
No, like,
I mean, maybe by a ferry. It might take you 3 weeks.
Gosh, exactly.
I don't know,
So
they even have that? I don't even know if they have that.
I mean, maybe a cruise, but I don't know how you get all. You'd have to, like, I don't know, like, hop around. And yeah, so it would take a very long time. So that is my ultimate, like, get over this, is I'm gonna have to. You know what I thought about doing? Like a virtual, like, glasses of flying. And do you, like, if I take myself to a really bad flight?
No.
You think it's too scary? Too much?
What are you trying to, no. Traumatize yourself?
Well, I thought, like, if I did it, like, in really bad, right? And then if I got on a regular flight, like, it would be like, hey, like, this is really good.
No.
You don't think so?
No, because you'll have flashbacks of that traumatic event. Are you crazy?
All right.
Yeah, I don't know if I would.
Okay, what if I do virtual of really awesome flights all the
I think
time?
so, yeah. I think so. Yeah, and you're going to, like, some really cool places.
Yeah.
And you're, like, flying over, like, volcanoes that are not erupting. Okay. You know, like,
Yes.
ice caps. Like, that, I think that would be, like, you know, like walking through Candyland, like the board game.
I do, like a virtual of, like, Lost, the show Lost, and we crash and everyone survives, right?
No, why is there going to be crashing? I feel like those, subconsciously, those moments will come to you.
That might happen.
And I think that...
I'll have a panic attack at the airport.
I think so.
I won't even go
You're going to be on the
airport.
news. You'll be on CNN. The woman has flashbacks of terrifying experience.
PTSD from her virtual experience.
No way. But you know what? One of those you could try, which would be kind of fun, which we should try to do. I've seen somebody do it. They have them in Orlando where they take off in those flight suits.
Yes. Gavin did that with his dad.
Yeah?
And, yeah, they look like they had a good time.
I don't know. I'm so fat, I don't know if I could get up.
They got a big fan.
They got a big enough cylinder for me to go upside down. It looks like fun.
It does look like fun. And I think I could do that. There's not, like, and, like, I'm not terribly, like, of heights. Like, I can do it. I couldn't do heights, like, on, like, a big building that has just glass. Like, I can't go to the glass and look down. I do have, like, my anxiety does get the better of me sometimes. I don't like bridges, which is kind of hilarious in the fact that I have to go over 2 bridges every day to get to work and to get back. I don't have any issue going over said bridge. I have issue getting stopped.
Okay.
So, and I can talk myself through it, or I'll call Jason, or call somebody, just to get my mind of what's going on. Like, I'm always looking around, and I'm like, all right, this bridge was designed for this weight, but there's, like, 3 tractor trailers on it right now. Like, is it designed for this weight? Yeah.
Did you say that about me when we were walking the bridge? There's 3 of her on here. I don't know. This is how this is going to work out.
Yeah, so I really, really tried not to let these anxieties and things get in life's path, because it definitely affects other people. So,
I think you do a good job taming it down.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't even know it's there.
Right. And it's mind over matter, and you also it's about playing a good game.
Yeah, so, but for retirement, I'm getting a pre-post, and we're driving around, and we're gonna just eat amazing food and see this great country. I think everybody wants to go to exotic locations, and we're gonna go see this and that.
Like Africa. Like, let's just, why don't we just go to Montana?
Exactly. Is there like a crater in Montana we could see that? It's similar. We can go to the zoo. You can see the animals.
You can do a tour of the zoo throughout the U.S.
Exactly. So I think that would be a lot of fun. Charity work. I definitely want to get more involved. We try to do as much as we can now. It's with busy lives of work and kids. It does make it tough, with things like church. Like that thing has definitely taken like a backseat more than I would have ever hoped it would have. We try to do as much as we can. We try to work a lot with the Wounded Veterans Relief Fund and do all of their events with them. They're such a great organization as to what they do for these veterans and, paying their rent or saving them from homelessness and saving their families. And so when things are near and dear to our hearts, we really try to give to those places, and I'd like to do more for more places. Right. Not just monetarily, because sometimes that's what it gets to right now. Even with church, it's just gotten to being like my my pledges and things like that because of a time constraint. So with retirement, I think those time constraints would hopefully be a lot less, and we'd be able to give back a lot more to our community.
Right. Yeah, that's great. I think if you're going to do the eat your way around America, you're going to have to put in like a wheelchair to hoist you up into there.
What if we go on like really like nice like eating plan going into it and like work out and stuff, and you just really let yourself go, like the first time in life that you just get to be like, this is my plan is to let myself go. Like my whole life you always like, I gotta eat this, I gotta work out, and so this could be the first time in my life where it's like done.
See, I do that at night. I meal plan, and then I wake up in the morning, it just goes to crap. So you're going to be like me every day. That would be nice. Then you wouldn't have to worry about it, 'cause especially when you're retired, who cares?
No, I don't have to worry about fitting into them pants.
No, and you get discounts everywhere, 55 and plus.
I can wear elastic pants.
Oh my gosh. That's all that's in style. Exactly. Oh my gosh, I would love it. And I like to wear them now, but like it's more legit when you're retired.
Like the jeans with the elastic. Like I am so about that.
I would totally rock those.
However, it's pretty comparable to the maternity pants that I wear now. So am I almost in retirement? I've got elastic on my jeans.
You might. You could recycle them. You can save them for retirement when you're trying to condense your stuff. So knowing what you know now about life at 40, what would you tell yourself at 16?
Keep your girlfriends as close as possible. I think setting a base with your girlfriends and not caring so much about boys or girls, if you're a guy, whatever, or if you're a girl that likes girls, like whatever, just care about your friendships more than your significant other relationships. I mean, 90% of the time you are not marrying the person you were dating in high school, and I think that it does build character and does teach you life lessons to date. I don't think you should devote your time as much to that. Like, we've been friends since 10th grade, you know, and knowing that you have a relationship with this friend that knows you, meeting new friends as an adult is so hard. And then it's hard to get into a friendship with people who are already friends, because I feel bad for people that like want to be friends with us that are like, newer, and like they don't, so we'll talk about something or somebody and they're just lost. Right. And I, so I always try to be like, okay, we can't do this when somebody else is here. Right. We're like, hey girl, did you hear about so-and-so? Right. They just got arrested, and they're like, they don't even know who we're talking about, But yeah, definitely like get your tribe of girls or boys or whatever, your tribe of people. The other big thing I wish that somebody had taught was finance, and getting like personal finance goals and having relationships with money. I think that a lot of mistakes can be made for people that don't have. We don't need to get into like huge like finance classes, but literally basic finance and budgets and knowing how to budget your money. That was something that I wish I had learned at 16, so that I didn't make the mistakes that I did make in my early 20s with some things.
Yeah, definitely. I
remember you turn 18, they hand you a credit card. Like,
oh my gosh,
a credit card. Like, okay,
sure. I'm like, I remember my first card was Macy's. I think my limit was like $200. But I'll tell you what, $200. Yeah, that's a lot.
Exactly. You get the clearance rack.
I mean, yeah, I get the clearance rack, get a couple outfits, and then I didn't realize they charge you interest. The next thing you know, I owe them like $400. Exactly. And then it just snowballs. And I really think that they get these kids at an early age, and they're able, because everyone is pretty much extending credit for this. And it was funny, I was talking to Taylor the other day, and she was asking me, like, how do you get a credit score, and what is a good credit score? And you mean, like, can I just pay a payment plan? I said, well, you just can't make a payment plan. She's like, well, like if I want to get a Polaris, I'm just saying, like, you're going to get a Polaris?
Yeah.
She's like, I don't know however much it is, $8,000. Can I just tell them I'll make a payments to them? I'm like, this isn't like the 1920s,
like extend credit out
extend
by word.
credit.
Like, yes, no problem, sweetheart.
Got you. No, there's going to be an interest rate attached to it because there has to be a win-win for them by them giving you that money. And by the way, 16 years old, I don't think they're going to extend credit for a Polaris.
I don't think you can sign that contract yet.
No, I think I had to co-sign on that, and I'm good. But it was just funny how, like, they're clueless. And I think at 16, I think, you are clueless, and so you're right. There is a lot, and I think the friendship thing is important. Yes. I think, too, what we didn't have that they have now is social media.
Yes.
I mean, what do we have? 3-way calling? I think that was like...
Yeah, that was it. And that was expensive.
That was expensive. I didn't have it, but my friends did. So I'm like, hold on, hold.
Exactly. You call somebody who had 3-way so you could get that person
and then you get them on mute and then talk smack. That was some shady girl stuff, too. That was so awful.
Because girls are tough.
Girls are mean. They're tough. They're real tough.
They're still mean. And they're really mean now because they have the social media.
They do. They do. And it's like, they don't have to connect with others, but they can talk trash about others. And it's so disheartening that, that's the world that we live in. And I can only imagine, like, what's going to happen when Reagan... Yeah. When Reagan turns 16, like, what, they're going to be robots? I mean, like, I don't know.
Go to school. It's all going to be virtual school.
It's going to be, right.
It's like not even, she's not going to go to high school. It's going to be like something very bizarre.
They're going to wear the school, experience or the stimulation thing or whatever. That's how they're going to go to school with a helmet. Yeah, you know what I mean? And just experience what a classroom looks like.
Virtual glasses.
Yeah, seriously.
A plane crash.
I mean, it's insane. I would be totally scared to have to deal with that in 20 years from now.
Exactly.
So what is your dream job?
Oh my gosh. So my dream job would be, I really want to be the medical examiner. Yeah.
Which is so odd. I never would have pictured that. Why medical examiner?
It's a puzzle. Like, you have this information in front of you and you're trying to figure out why this happened. So it's like solving a problem. I'm a very big problem solver. I like to solve problems. So for me, and I wouldn't like I could never be an actual, like, a doctor to the living. Like, I think that's just a lot. And, my hat's off to those people that work in the ER and, have to deal the day in and day out with that stuff. And by the time this person comes to the medical examiner, the ER doctor, the, regular doctor, nursing home doctor has already had to break this news, or the police department or something, to this person. And my job is to help them find answers. So I think you would come in on the backside of closure for this person. If it was just a regular passing, did they have a heart attack? Did they have a stroke? Did they have, what happened to this person? Can bring closure on the crime side, because, I love crime. I mean, I love to listen to that stuff. It probably feeds into my anxieties and my neurosis, but whatever, I do love crime. And so to solve that problem for the police and to help them bring closure or bring someone to justice for that it's super cool to me. Like, it doesn't gross me out, doesn't freak me out. Like, I think it's awesome.
So, like, hypothetical question. Yes. So you are doing an exam, because this is where you're at now. Now you're a medical examiner. Yes. Okay. And they stand up. Or they sit up. What do you do?
I fall to the ground. High five. Lay them back down.
Like, that would freak me out.
I mean,
I would be that one to pull that trick on you, too.
I would not be their doctor any longer, because they only deal with the dead. And they're alive. I'd have to call their doctor.
I just was thinking. I mean, I'd be freaking out.
I think anybody would.
I don't know. Some people might think that'd be fun. I don't know. Goodness. Yeah. Well, I didn't realize that. That's pretty cool. So what would be your second option?
An insurance actuary.
Okay.
I know it sounds like super boring. Like,
what is that?
So they help set rates for insurance companies. Like, so they come in and they look at all the information, all the information's coming in from weather experts and, because it's not just hurricane here, but so fire and liabilities and all these studies and all these numbers are coming in to figure out where losses lie, like what zip codes, what geographical areas, what age of homes. And so they got to get all this information together and make decisions to determine rates and then present that to the state. But I just think that's so cool. Like, I don't want to be the actual, like, insurance actuary. I want to be their assistant.
Right. I think very cool.
Yeah, it's very nerdy.
It sounds really nerdy.
It is very nerdy, but I'm very nerdy.
Yeah, but you know what, though? It kind of, like, affects the entire, area or whatever you're doing.
Right, so and if you get the rate wrong, it can bankrupt a company if your rate was too low. If you get the rate too high, it could definitely be devastating, because people are going to pull out. You're not going to be continuing to get more money in. So I think it's very stressful. I don't want to be the actual actuary, but their assistant.
There you go.
I want to be the person behind the actuary.
Like the analytical side of it.
Yeah, I just love that. Again, I love solving problems.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I
don't do either one of those things in life.
But you never know. You never know.
I mean, I'm 40.
We still have another. I think the average expectancy life now is like, I don't know,
like 70 at retirement. You think so? Another 30 years to work.
Yeah,
but that's depressing.
You could be a medical examiner and you're traveling around the world.
That's it.
Or traveling around the countryside.
Yeah.
So, final question.
Okay.
And this is by far is the most important question of the day. Should toilet paper be over or under?
It's honestly, there's only one right answer. It's got to be over.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
It's just the way it goes. I mean, you can't any other way. If it's under, it can like slip back. It goes down and it's hanging on the backside. Like there is no other way.
Do you change people's toilet paper?
Absolutely. I've gone to people's houses and been like, "This is wrong."
Really?
Yeah. Hopefully they're not the other way.
Yeah, right. You just never know.
I just really ticked them off,
you
right?
You might have really made them mad. You just never know.
Yeah. Luckily, the person I share like our like work bathroom with, like she's an over as well.
Oh, that's important.
Yeah.
That should be like a prerequisite when you like interview someone like at work, or are you over or under?
Yeah.
Because I gotta know this.
It could change the bathroom dynamic completely.
Completely.
Yes.
Now, so let's take it one step further. Toilet paper.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a big fan of Charmin. What's your brand?
Oh, you know what? So we do everything on Amazon. They ship it to our house. We do like subscribe and save.
Okay.
And so it's like Amazon Basics. It's like their own brand.
Which, you know what? I got copy paper of Amazon Basics, and it was quality.
Yeah, so the toilet paper is fine. And and we just put it on, like I said, subscribe and save, and then you get like a percentage off of everything you do, and then they just automatically send it to you X amount of time. Like, so I think toilet paper is probably like every 3 months.
Oh.
Paper towels, I think, are like every other month. We use a lot of those. But dog food, everything we get on there. So yeah, so I used to be a Charmin girl. Charmin Basic, though, because I'm cheap.
Yeah.
Like, do you do the expensive Charmin?
I do, because, I grew up with one-ply toilet paper. I mean,
like
Angel
Scott's.
Soft.
We use Scott's, growing up, because it's better for your septic system.
Right. Oh.
You might as well be using, like, tissue paper. It was terrible.
And you're, like, double rolling. You're, like, wrapping your hand up, like, 20,000 times. So does that really make this better for the septic?
And
no.
so my parents still use it, and neither one of them have a septic system. And I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, why is that? Well, that's just better toilet paper.
The buttholes are accustomed to it, I guess.
Yes.
I don't understand that.
No, I think when I got, like, my first apartment after moving out, I was like, the first thing was that Scott toilet paper.
Yeah. I'm like, I will throw water in my laundry detergent to make it last longer, but I will buy the expensive toilet. I have a toilet paper snob.
I hear you. I'm not. You know what's funny is that like we always joke here that we will never die of thirst because we have like an entire drink refrigerator, and because growing up we only had like water or Kool-Aid, and so I felt like this need. Like I could starve. I could have no food in my house, but I have to have a drink.
Right. Isn't that funny how like things
crazy.
that happen in your childhood like kind of like resonates and it stays with you and it changes your dynamic or what you think when you're an adult?
Yeah, I mean, I'll eat peanut butter and jelly, but it better come with a Diet Coke on the side. Like, it's not, it's not happening.
Aw, that's funny,
and I mean, like, and now it's like grown up stuff. I mean, we have bottled water in there. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I have like this fear of not having something to drink.
So you go to like Costco's and you load up like 12 packs. You guys always have soda.
We always have soda. Well, we only buy what's on sale.
Right.
So, but as a kid, like my dad used to have this like shop because he's a carpenter, and on the weekends, I don't know where my mom was. Maybe she was like working, or she was, I don't know, with my aunt or something. So us 3 girls had to go to work with my dad at the shop, and he made us like sand stuff while we were there. But we went to the store and he's like got us Kool-Aid for the day. Okay, this is probably what it truly is breaks down to. Well, he's a man, and he did not realize he bought like the skinny Kool-Aid one.
Oh, jeez.
And we didn't have any sugar at the shop.
Right.
So it's Kool-Aid with no sugar.
Oh,
and it was nasty. And he was like, nope, that's what you're drinking. So I think that's why. And like, because he didn't know better that he bought the cheap one. Because the other one's more expensive because it has the sugar already in it.
Right.
And we didn't have any sugar. And so it was Kool-Aid. It's like flavored like cherry water with no sugar in it or whatever it was. So I think that really brings it back. That's why. My dad ruined me with bad Kool-Aid.
Bad Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
No joke.
No joke. It probably was better for you, though. I mean, I had no sugar.
Probably. Ultimately, you have all your teeth now. So there was a benefit to that, unlike the sugar drinks that they make now for the kids. So, that's kind of almost a win-win there.
Yeah, exactly. That's what my parents were doing, a healthy Kool-Aid.
That's what you want to believe, right?
Exactly.
That's it. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and we look forward to bringing you our next episode next week.
All right, guys. Have a good one. Thanks for listening. We really appreciate it.
Don't forget to check out our website. It's super easy. It's whathappenedthisweek.com. You can sign up for our VIP mailing list. You'll be the first one to know when a new episode drops, as well as any promotions or when we have updated our blog. Our blog will include our show notes, so you guys definitely have to check that out. And we're going to include a funny picture that either describes the episode from our past, or I'm going to have to dig in the vault.
See, whatever we've been talking about, hopefully we can find something in there. It's definitely a tough one to find. Old pictures.
Old pictures.
All my stuff's in storage, remember? Yes.
That's right. And definitely make sure that wherever you're listening to podcasts, please subscribe. We want to know that you like listening to us, that you're downloading the episodes. It just makes us happy. And if you hate us, that's fine too. Just let us know either way.
Don't forget, we'll talk about it.
And thanks so much, guys. And just always remember,
we're just
saying what you're thinking.